it's day 5. So today we are taking a ferry from Picton to Wellington. So it's about 6 a.m. in the morning at the moment because a ferry, we're meant to be there around 6:30, and we're just recording our first vlog. It's a 3.5-hour ferry ride, although I was looking at the history, sometimes they take less, so who knows what's going to happen there.
Could be like planes, like depending on the tailwind.
Yeah, depending on the tailwater. So yeah, we're going to catch that to Wellington, and then we get to spend the whole day in Wellington and explore the city and maybe watch a movie or something like that. And then tomorrow we'll be off to Hamilton, so that sounds fun. We'll show you some of that day and hope you enjoy it. Bye. So we're in the car at the moment. We're actually just sort of sitting in traffic, you might say. Basically, we've shown up for the sort of 6:30 last entry onto the cruise that they talked about. We did get a message saying that it might be a little delayed. We weren't really sure because we sort of got conflicting messages in different places. But, you know, it was an option. But yeah, basically we've just been sitting here, decided to turn the car off because it was idle for quite a while. And hopefully we'll get on the cruise in the next half an hour or something, I don't know. Once we're on there might be Wi-Fi, there might not. You know, if not, I'll just read a book or something. And we'll probably show you some of the views from there too. Alright, so we made it onto the ship, or at least I made it onto the ship. Interesting turn of events means that Mark and I are slightly separated for a little bit. But I just drove the car onto the ship. It's pretty cool, you can sort of see behind me, it's all of the cars that are parked there. So I parked on deck 5, I'm told to remember that for later, but I guess I'll say this in the video so that I can just check it later and find out. And then we're about to spend a couple of hours on a ferry, so we'll enjoy that. I'll show you whatever views we have, and probably do an update with Mark. So see you soon, bye. Okay, we are reunited again, and we've bought some breakfast. Yay! We got a full breakfast. It's like toast and eggs and hash brown and sausage and all that kind of thing. So we're just going to share that. We've already had some snacks. And then we're going to take some time on the boat to do whatever. Turns out it does have Wi-Fi, so we might be able to access the internet. But it might still be a good time to read and do other things. But yeah, hope you enjoy. So I decided to do a little bit of exploring on the boat, and I found the outside viewing area. So I'll show you some footage of what we can see now from the outside. I'll take some clips. So hopefully you enjoy that. It is a bit windy, so if you can't hear me clearly, apologies, that's why. Alright, we've arrived in Wellington. We're actually still on the ship. We're about to get back into the car. And to get back into the cars, we're not allowed to turn the engine on until they tell us. So yeah, we'll show you a little bit of Wellington.
It's an electric car, it's not like they could tell.
Yeah, honestly, we forget that the engine is on when we turn it on, so it does really make a difference. But yeah, we'll show you a bit of Wellington when we get there. So see you soon, bye. So we just finished the Weta Workshop tour. It was really, really incredible. Yeah. There was lots of stuff we weren't allowed to film, so sadly no footage of that. There was some stuff we were allowed to film, so I will play some of that footage now.
Do you get used to it? Like you just forget that it's there, or?
It's just really uncomfortable. Because silicon doesn't breathe, so it heats up. Okay, to start off with, I have sculpted for 30 years. 3 decades, right? My largest sculpture is 3 stories tall. I do massive stuff. But foil, this is what got me a job at Weta. It is fast, it is cheap, it's in the kitchen, and I can usually waffle something recognizable in seconds. Okay, you're sculpting in foil. Foil has a dull side and it's got a shiny side. You have to put dull side out. The reason is your eyes cannot perceive a sparkling 3-dimensional surface. You will have no depth perception. Next, capture a lot of foil. Keep this light and fluffy and pliable. Do not crush this into a rock. That is bad. In fact, that is illegal. Just don't do that. Next, if you want to make a cat, make the ears and the tail separately and hot glue them together. And as fast as you can make all the individual bits and pieces and components, they can come together and make your sculpture bigger. Okay, rough looking bird, ordinary spoon. Use the inside edge and varnish it. And really fast. That rough bird looks like a whole lot better. Use that side of the spoon, you get lines and you get details, right? That's how those are made. And kids are good with this. Halloween, Christmas decorations, honestly, just give them the foil. They know how this works. What do I do? Foil dragon, right? Okay, this has been coated with a weatherproof clay, and that means that goes outside anywhere in the world. This is not for movies. This is for theme parks, zoos, gardens. I'm going to show you how. Cement-based clay, rubber fibers, pour water in there, mix it up into a dough, grab your tinfoil sculpture and frost it about that thick. You have 2 hours. Do something amazing. Pow, it hardens. Pow, 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 cover the whole thing. And in 2 weeks, you can stand on this sculpture and I can ship it to an international client.
And there's a shop there at the end, and Mark got something.
Of course I did.
Show the camera. What did you get?
It's a bit windy, sorry. I got this little keyring, which is Sting. Just put that up to the camera. But obviously this whole bag can't just contain that. So I got...
Bye-bye invoices and receipts.
Oh no!
It's fine.
No.
You don't really need them.
So I got Saruman the White as a collectible figure. There were so many and they all looked like so incredible. I kind of wanted to get all of them. And I was telling Jacob, let's hurry up and get out because I'm tempted to just buy this whole shop. But yeah, it's one of the ones that I don't have a pop vinyl figure of. I do collect pop vinyls. And so I thought this one looks like the most impressive to me. And then he's
Well, on that note, I think it's a good time to end. We're about to have some lunch and we'll show you some of that. But yeah, it was a really, really good experience. If you're in New Zealand, if you're in Wellington, definitely visit the Weta Workshop.
Yeah.
If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, or they did a lot of other films. Like, they have lots and lots of props
just
from lots of different places.
the way that they construct all of the weapons, the armor, the prosthetics, and the prosthetics is like a huge thing, and not all actors like that from what they were telling us. It's incredible. Like, to go behind the scenes of a movie film and stuff like that, it's just incredible.
Yeah, if you're a creative person or you can appreciate creativity, highly, highly recommend.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's all for now. We'll see you soon at lunch. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, we've stopped for lunch. So we took them on recommendation. We're at Mr. Bun's Bakery. I got something small. I got a mince meat pie, which is I think their recommendation, and some chips. And I'm sure he's looking forward to eating that. It's handy, Mark.
Very.
Okay.
We were planning to eat before, but then the tour kind of started like really soon, so we're like, we'll just knock this out and we'll have a bigger lunch later. I'm like, okay, I can wait for that. I was just too excited to be hungry.
Yeah, so we'll enjoy that, and we managed to book in War of Rohirrim, which is a new Lord of the Rings movie, for later tonight, so we'll talk to you about that later. So see you soon, bye. We've made it to our hotel in Wellington. We've enjoyed our lunch, and we've only paid for a little bit of parking here, and we'll get some free parking later, and so we're going to head out and explore the city. There's a place called Oriental Bay we might check out. But yeah, this is our room, so there's a bunk, which we may or may not use. I think Mark will use. There's also a single bed. But there's also a bigger bed, yay, in a separate room / door, which I think is the first time on this trip we've been in separate rooms.
Yeah.
So yeah, that should help with sleep. No.
But I think I actually did mention this when you were away in the University of El Paso. I did like a little spiel on traveling, and sometimes it's good to have, like, we're obviously like being together, and so for most of this trip we've slept in the same room. From time to time, it's good to get a break and do your own thing, so that's nice.
So yeah, that should be good. We'll enjoy that, and then we'll show you our next thing. Bye. We've decided to go out, and we're in Oriental Beach. So the waterfront around here is really, really cool. So I'm going to take some footage of the water. Hope you enjoy. About an hour and a bit before the movie, and we decided to grab some dinner. We've grabbed, we're not that hungry, so we grabbed one burger to share Burger Fuel. It is called the Bastard Burger. It's a recommendation from Ivan, shout out Ivan, and Evelyn. So we'll see how that goes. I'll admit it's not the ingredients I normally put in a burger, but who knows, it'll be good. We'll tell you more about it later, and you can have a look at the burger there. So yeah, that's it for now, and then the next one will be right before or right after the movie. So we'll see you then. Bye. Okay, so we just finished the War of the Rohirrim. Mark, what did you think?
It was pretty epic.
Yeah.
I don't want to give too much away, but yeah, it was definitely. I don't think there was anything wrong with it. The animation was actually really, really cool. Like, animation has come obviously a long way, and we've known that for a while. But it's like they just keep on getting better and better. The story tracks. I don't think there was any plot holes, and I think Jacob would agree. And it kept you engaged the entire time, which was really nice.
Yes. No, I definitely agree with all of those things. I think some of the writing could be a little bit better, but the story was never boring, so it's definitely a solid A on my movie recommendation list.
This is why Jacob is a perfectionist, because it can never be truly perfect.
I don't know. I have some S's on my movie list too. But yeah, generally it was pretty good. I'd recommend it. The characters looked very anime. That was a bit of a surprise.
I wasn't going to say.
But I guess that's fitting for the genre.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. We'd recommend it. We're now off to our hotel, and then we'll do our wrap-up vlog there. So see you soon. Okay, so we're back in our hotel and ready to go to bed.
Yes.
Well, shower, edit vlog, the usual stuff, and then go to bed. Tomorrow we're driving to Hamilton. It's a 6.5 hour drive or thereabouts. So, I mean, nothing too long compared to what we did in the US. And similar length to sort of Queenstown, Christchurch, a little bit longer than that. So really the main plan for tomorrow is just the drive. We'll obviously stop if there's anything that looks good. But we just need to arrive. And then we're doing 2 nights in Hamilton and seeing Hobbiton the day after.
So if you had to pick one highlight for today, because today was quite an eventful day,
Yeah.
what would you say was the main highlight?
It has to be the Weta Workshop. I mean, a lot of things were very good,
Yeah.
but the Weta Workshop is definitely the best as a Lord of the Rings fan.
Yeah.
They had some really, really cool stuff that they didn't let us film, and also all the stuff that we did show you was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'd have to say similar. But it was just such an eventful day. I mean, like, we started the day at like 6 in the morning, like with the cruise.
Yeah,
And
over on
we
the South Island.
Yeah, we weren't sure, like we said earlier, like if it was going to be on time or if it was going to be delayed. Spent 3 hours on the boat. I caught a nap on the boat. Was still tired later in the day, although we didn't do much. So we got here. We drove to. What did we do when we went? We went to the Weta Workshop.
Yes.
We went to grab a bite. We dropped
Yeah.
off our stuff. We had
Went
time
to-
to kill.
went
Had
to
another
Oriental
bite.
Bay.
Went to War of the Rohirrim. Like,
Yeah.
it was a very filled day. And it's so annoying because for the last few days, I get tired at about 4 or 5 o'clock. Come nighttime, I'm wide awake.
Yeah. Struggle to sleep.
Especially after that movie. Like, that was really riveting.
Yeah, it was good. We'd recommend it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's really all from us for today. But tune in tomorrow for that drive to Hamilton, and the day after for Hobbiton. So
I'm
exciting.
not drunk, I'm just driving.
All right. Bye.